The idea for today's video came about because someone asked me whether Faber-Castell Polychromos color pencils are any good. They are excellent color pencils, by the way, and that made me realize that many years ago I actually bought a box of Faber-Castell Polychromos and I have not used that since. So in today's video I want to talk about art supplies hoarding, or having too much art supplies around but not actually using them. I actually wanted to call this art supplies hoarding thing supplies acquisition syndrome, like SAS. Do you have SAS? Which sounds nice, but on second thoughts, there really isn't any reason to sugarcoat this. This is probably just art supplies hoarding. I did a search on YouTube and there are many videos on this subject, so this art supplies hoarding thing is definitely quite common. Let me show you some of the supplies that I have before I talk about art supplies hoarding. So these are some of the supplies that I have not used or have just used a handful of times. Some of them were actually bought for review purposes and some of them were sponsored by companies. So for example, this box set of Schminker liquid watercolor. I have reviewed this, but I have not used this since the review. I just prefer to use watercolor pens and watercolor tubes. So this was bought and used only once. A box of 2 colored pencils. These are actually quite expensive and they are just pencils. Some washi tape. I plan to use this to create some mixed media sketching video, but these were bought more than a year ago and they are still, as you can see in the packaging, they do look, the stickers, they do look really beautiful. And there's this wonderful box set of colored pencils. These are the Caran d'Ache Luminance color pencils, really high quality color pencils. And this is still shrink wrapped in plastic. I do feel good looking at this box. So, yep. Another box that I feel really good looking at, this is the Da Vinci Alvaro Castanet Master Artist set. So there are 10 colors selected by Alvaro Castanet. I'm pretty sure he uses more colors than what's shown here. I have not reviewed that yet. I actually have a lot of watercolor sets here. Oh no. I don't remember buying this. This is called watercolor, so this is probably given to me by someone. And yep, so all these are brand new. I have reviewed them before. Not this particular set, but some other set that I bought earlier, like many years ago. Now the difference between core watercolor and other brands of watercolor is the binder that they use. It's called Aquazone. It's different compared to gum arabic. Oh, let's take a look at all these watercolor sets. I have a few sets, actually too many sets of Aquarius watercolor. These are made by Roman Schmalz. Yeah, I remember buying 2 sets, but I don't know why I have 4 sets. Let's see, I probably bought these 2 sets. So I don't know where this set came from. And this was given to me, most definitely, by someone because it's not in a box. And I have, well, these are really good. These are the M. Graham watercolor. I bought them in sets of 5 because they were at a great discount. Yeah, so I think they are really worth the money. Not that good for squeezing into watercolor pens because they have honey, so they will not dry easily or completely in pens. So these are best used from tubes. And oh, one last set. This is Navskaya Palitra watercolor tubes. Have I reviewed them? I cannot remember because I have reviewed too many products. But this one still looks like brand new. And oh, this was also bought many years ago. This is a set of Copic multi-liner SP technical pens or multi-liner pens. I bought this because it looks really good. It's a very beautiful set of pens. These are all refillables, but you have to find the refills. I guess I will use them someday. I have many boxes of colored pencils as well. This is also made by Karen Dutch. These are water-soluble colored pencils. I bought this a few weeks ago and I cannot remember why I bought this set. Because I think I have other water-soluble colored pencils as well. This was bought many years ago. Euro G10 color pencils. There are 3 sets. Each set has 3 colors, and these color pencils are really beautiful. You can see how this box is turning yellow with all these foxing marks. These color pencils are really beautiful, very well packaged, as you would expect from Japanese manufacturers. Oh, there is this elastic band. Very beautiful color pencils. Very well presented. I feel good just by looking at this. Let me just put this back, or maybe I should just display it on my table, even if I don't use them. But that would mean they will collect dust very easily. Let me just put this back properly. I am not a colored pencil person, so I don't really use a lot of colored pencils, which explains why many of these sets are actually, these color pencil sets are actually brand new. And this as well, the Karen Dutch that I showed you earlier. And this is the other set, the big set of colored pencils that I have. This is my most prized possession. This set of 36 color pencils from Faber-Castell Polychromos. I have used them occasionally on special occasions. These color pencils are really beautiful and they are very high quality. It's like you are painting with solid pigment, and as I open the box, I can smell the color pencils. I can smell the wood. I mean, this box has aged well. Okay, I think that's about all. Let me show. Oh, there's still one box there. Yep, this box. You can tell this is old just by how rusty these metal pieces are. This is a box set of Da Vinci brushes that I bought on Amazon many years ago while there was a really good discount. So this is a box set of 5 watercolor brushes. Oh, okay, I have used the brushes. I can see paint stains on the brushes, but I don't use them that often. So occasionally, if you look on Amazon, you can find good discounts on brush box sets by Da Vinci. I actually have a lot of watercolor brushes, just that this particular set is the set that I use the least often. Not that it's not good, but I have just too many brushes on my table, so this will be backup. So that is a lot of art supplies, but it's not like too much in the sense that I am still able to keep those supplies very neatly in my drawers behind. And looking at the shelves behind, I'm reminded of the blank sketchbooks and watercolor paper pads that I have bought but have not used. Anyway, I'm going to try and use those art supplies more often. I have already cut down on buying art supplies. I only buy whenever necessary or whenever I see a product that I feel like I should review it to show you guys. But other than that, I don't really buy stuff nowadays. I can go into an art shop, look at all the beautiful art supplies, and I won't be tempted to buy those things because I know that I don't have any space at home left to store those supplies. I actually wanted to ask you guys to tell me in the comment section below what are some of the art supplies you have bought but have not used, the art supplies that you have lying around at home. Then I realized if I look at your list, I may actually be tempted to buy more stuff. And when people look at your list, they may compare against their own list. They may get ideas on what to buy. And when comparing, you can get competitive for no apparent reasons. So just let me know in the comment section below whether or not you have this problem or this issue with art supplies hoarding or with supplies acquisition syndrome with SAS. Or maybe it's just art supplies hoarding. Also, I still welcome suggestions on art products to review. I will usually write down what you suggest on a list, and when I do go for art supplies shopping, that's when I will look at the list. But I don't buy like art products continuously. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this video is interesting or helpful or informative in some way. See you guys in the next video. Bye!